I got a new microphone. Anime, dubs or subs? I personally prefer dubs, which is a little bit of, a controversial opinion. Everyone's like, oh, subs are so much better, but I really don't care. I love watching anime dubs. I started watching anime from a very, very young age, and I started watching Dragon Ball Z, which has a phenomenal English dub. And ever since then, I've always watched stuff English dubbed if I can. Now, when it comes to things releasing, the sub always comes first and the dub comes later. But things like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, at least when Netflix has the rights, which is sort of weird, they release both the dub and sub at the same time, which is great. Perfect. Shows like Rent-A-Girlfriend, which is one of my personal favorites, I watch it subbed because I just can't get that same sort of, weekly release, so I go and watch it subbed. But, it shouldn't matter whether or not you prefer sub or dub. It's really about how you want to consume your media. Whether or not you play video games in Japanese or English, or you want to play video games in, some other language like Portuguese or Spanish. There's tons of great voice actors, both English and Japanese. I mainly know the English ones because that's what I watch and that's what I play. Like Johnny Youngbosh, Xander Mobus, Zach Aguilar, all phenomenal voice actors, which I love to hear their performances in. There's some things that I just can't watch in English. Things like Bakemonogatari, which is an amazing series, doesn't have an English dub. There's some anime like K-On!, which it doesn't matter whether or not you watch it sub or dub, the characters sound pretty darn identical to how they do in either or, so they did a phenomenal job with the voice cast, which only helps further because the music and songs that they play in K-On!, it's all in Japanese. They didn't redub it, they didn't re-sing it in English, but the English voice actors sound so similar to the Japanese ones that you can't tell a difference. It just sounds like the English voice actors are singing the songs in Japanese, which is great. It's a great show. Watch it in English, watch it in Japanese, just watch it. It's good. In the earlier years, the English dubs were really, really bad, but they've gotten significantly better. Yeah, there's the occasional dub where people sound like they're recording on a tin can, which they probably were. Most of the time, the audio quality's been fixed. Almost everything sounds good. There's actual emotion in the voice acting, like Persona 3 versus the Persona 3 remake, bringing that up as an example. The original Persona 3 game, the voice acting wasn't good. I went back and played it, and it's bad. In the current new dub of Persona 3 Reload, it sounds really, really good, and it has phenomenal voice actors. All of these English voice actors, at least modern, they really, really try. There's some that low budget, that things like Funimation, Aniplex, it's lower budget shows that don't get as much attention. They throw sort of the B-roll voice actors in there that, they're trying, but their voice just isn't completely there. Now, if you go to just about any anime convention, any meetup, a lot of people, they watch it sub. So if you talk about voice actors, they might not get it. Now, there's a lot of English voice actors that go to these anime conventions, and they have quite the lines. They're really just video game voice actors who are voiced in video games. Last time I went to an anime convention, Xander Mobus's line was long. Really, really, really long. And that's because of his voice work in Persona 5 and in Super Smash Bros. As Master Hand and Joker. Ryan Colt Levy, who's the voice actor for Denji in the English cast of Chainsaw Man. He had a whole panel and there was hundreds of people there when I was there, experiencing the panel with everyone else. But then after that, his sort of lines weren't very long for people to get autographs and stuff because he's an English voice actor for anime. Most of the anime audience that goes to these conventions watch sub, so they might not know all of these characters. Now, there's a lot of, the Japanese is the original, so it's better. It's just, they're better performances. And, the English voice actors, they're not very good. That's changed a lot. A lot. There's a lot of really, really good voice actors out there that are both Japanese and English, and they do a great job of portraying these characters. Sometimes I can only see the voice actors as certain characters. Like Goku, for example. There's so much that goes into making these dubs. These English voice actors pour their heart and soul into these characters. Now, there are some things with dubs that are a little weird, like with Evangelion specifically, it's got 2 English dubs, and that's thanks to Netflix. But that's just my thoughts on subs and dubs. So please share with me, what do you think about the whole topic? Do you think that, oh, dubs are better, subs are better? Share in the comments how you feel about it, you know? It matters about enjoying the content. But otherwise, see ya.